March 15, 44 BC. Rome stood at the height of its power, and one man stood above everyone else, Julius Caesar. He had conquered vast territories, defeated powerful enemies, and earned the love of the people. But inside the Roman Senate, fear was growing. Before the day was over, Caesar would be surrounded by his own friends, stabbed 23 times, and his death would change history forever. This is the true story of one of the most famous assassinations ever recorded. Before Caesar became the most powerful man in Rome, the city was ruled as a republic. Power was shared between elected officials and the Senate, a council made up of Rome's wealthiest and most influential families. On paper, the republic promised balance and fairness. In reality, politics was dominated by corruption, rivalry, and greed. Powerful nobles competed for influence, while ordinary citizens struggled with poverty and instability. As Rome expanded across Europe, North Africa, and parts of Asia, its wealth increased dramatically, but so did political conflict. Civil unrest became common, and many Romans believed the republic needed a strong leader to restore order. Into this divided world stepped a young nobleman named Gaius Julius Caesar. Caesar was far more than a politician. He was a brilliant military commander whose campaigns in Gaul transformed Rome forever. Over nearly a decade, he expanded Roman territory and won the loyalty of battle-hardened soldiers. His victories made him incredibly popular with the public, but they also alarmed the Senate. Many feared that Caesar's growing influence threatened the republic itself. In 49 BC, Caesar made the decision that would change Roman history. He crossed the Rubicon River with his army, openly defying the Senate. This act triggered a civil war against his rival Pompey. Caesar emerged victorious. Soon afterward, he was declared dictator for life, a title that convinced many senators he intended to rule as a king. As Caesar's power grew, so did the fear surrounding him. Statues were raised in his honor. Coins carried his image, and many Romans treated him almost like royalty. To several senators, this was unacceptable. They believed the republic was dying. A secret conspiracy began to form. It was led by Gaius Cassius Longinus and Marcus Junius Brutus, a man Caesar trusted deeply. More than 60 senators joined the plot. They convinced themselves that assassinating Caesar would save Rome from tyranny. They chose the perfect moment, March 15th, known as the Ides of March, during a Senate meeting at the Theater of Pompey. On the morning of March 15th, Caesar ignored several warnings not to attend the Senate meeting. According to ancient sources, even his wife, Calpurnia, urged him to stay home after experiencing disturbing dreams. But Caesar refused to change his plans. As he entered the Senate chamber, senators greeted him respectfully. Everything appeared normal. Then one conspirator stepped forward, pretending to present a petition. Suddenly, he grabbed Caesar's toga. It was the signal. Hidden daggers appeared from beneath their robes. One senator struck first. Others immediately followed. Caesar tried to defend himself, but he was overwhelmed by attackers surrounding him from every direction. Ancient Roman sources report that he suffered 23 stab wounds. According to tradition, when Caesar saw Brutus among the attackers, he stopped resisting. Whether he actually spoke the famous words, often associated with that moment, remains uncertain, but the image of betrayal has become one of history's most enduring legends. Within minutes, Julius Caesar, the most powerful man in Rome, lay dead on the Senate floor. The conspirators believed Caesar's death would restore the Republic. Instead, Rome descended into chaos. Mark Antony rallied Caesar's supporters against the assassins. Civil war erupted once again. Brutus and Cassius were eventually defeated, and Caesar's adopted heir, Octavian, rose to power. In time, Octavian became Augustus, the first Roman emperor. Ironically, the assassination meant to save the Republic ultimately brought about its end. Julius Caesar conquered nations, survived countless battles, and reshaped the ancient world. Yet his greatest enemy was not on a distant battlefield. It was waiting inside the Senate, among men he believed were allies. His assassination remains one of history's most powerful lessons about ambition, loyalty, betrayal, and the price of political power.